deck has so many 2s it wants to play ASAP. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on. Lead on Pedro. That's a bot, so it probably doesn't matter. I want to do this so that way I can play a bunch of cards out next turn. But if I put her here, because I'm going to brick a draw on the left anyways, right? So I'd rather just spread my points out, I think. Oh, I should order it the other way. I should Ghoulia and then L6. I'm going to shuffle the Krakoa bonus. That's fine. That's fine. It'll be all right. Why would Frankie be good with Patriot? Can you explain? I think playing her with Valentina seems like something worth poking at. I can't think of a reason why it would be good with Patriot. Oh, Iron Patriot, not Patriot. Iron Patriot. Sure, that seems fine. Same reason as Valentina. There's a chat called just regular Patriot gamers. That very much does not have any synergy with Frankie. I think that's such a great way to put it, Bitterfig. Frankie seems like a totally reasonable card in unreasonable context. Yeah, I think in a different world she'd be very, very good. Getting her to like a 2-8 or a 2-10 seems like pretty serviceable and practical. Bots can retreat all the time. All of my cards are in danger. Unfortunately, both of my my biggest power things that Gladiator can't kill are in my hand. I think I do this, and then next turn I go. They're just a Killmonger deck. I don't really want to play the Pimero. One or a two. One or a two. I have to play all three of these if I want to be able to play Squatch and Mockingbird. I think I'm supposed to leave because we're beat, but I also, again, just, like, really want to kind of play games, so we're gonna stay. Oh. Thanks. Oh, it ruins the Mockingbird. Because I didn't surge first. That's actually a really big deal. I still win this. I'm gonna lose because they got a 6-power thing out of my deck, aren't I? No, we're good, yeah. God bless us, everyone. Alright, failed to play around Warhead and still got it. Why did you change your order at the last minute to give Surge the Elsa bonus? Because I didn't want to get, like, Misery Killmongered. The opponent's archetype is typically a Misery deck. Hey, JLP, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Yeah, there seemed to be some incredibly crossed wires at the idea that there was supposed to be another card today. Unsure what exactly they're doing, but it's not a great look either way. I was gonna play Marvel Retreat. And super clunky and Mindscape's not doing us any favors. I really like Frankie, but she feels like a Series 4 card, not a Series 5 card. Can you articulate that position to me? Because that's something I hear people say periodically. Like, what's a good example of like what's supposed to be a Series 5 card in your mind? Like, what is this is supposed to be a Series 5 card? What is it doing different? Help me understand. She feels more narrow in deck building. I mean, there's a bunch of Series 5 cards that are super narrow in deck building, yeah? Grappling arrow doesn't work because of Cosmo. It's unfortunate. The common sentiment tends to be that 5 tend to be defining in power level, and others seem like optional or supportive cards of the common sentiment. Yeah, but that doesn't match reality at all, right? Like, if you go look at the actual list of cards that have been released over the better part of the last year, like, most cards they've released, most cards that get released into Marvel Snap are supportive and optional. Are they going to do a series drop again? Probably not. I would be surprised if they did.
This just in.
Quicksilver Gaming. Second Dinner has shared that Fire Lord will be released alongside High Voltage. That doesn't surprise me because it has direct synergy with the card that is releasing in High Voltage. I should have put Frankie on the right. Not that it seems like it matters. I think I do this as a way to try and shut down the Galactus a little bit, because next turn I get to go ahead and go Sam Wilson, which will let me move the shield out on the last turn. Kitty's a great draw because it means I can crack the Ice Cube. You know, I should have assumed they were gonna Galactus center, and I should have given the buff to Kitty so I could play her right. The Galacta bonus actually goes on the one in the center, but I can't really maneuver that to anywhere that's useful. We're adding +7 on the right. Oh, and they're just playing from the left. We're gonna get, like, Mercury cannonballed because they had 7 energy. That's totally what's about to happen to me, yeah. Everything turned out better than expected. Yeah, they just couldn't play into the big house. Was our saving grace here?
Victory.
Frankie is a very reasonable, playable Marvel Snap card that's also a really easy skip for most people. If you are on limited resources, you absolutely should not spend them on this card. I think there's also a few different ways to build decks around her and not feel bad about it. What's the best way? You're gonna feel bad playing a lot of Frankie decks, but not because of her. Is that the most positive framing? I think that's the most positive framing I could give it. That's a good specific articulation from Sarek. Frankie encourages you to play decks that are incredibly vulnerable to commonly played Marvel Snap cards. Really good, clean, precise way to explain what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I like that articulation a lot. Gosh, I was thinking about snapping them. They snapped me? Are you crazy? I think it's just a Bob snap? That seems silly. Bop some Doombots. Dude, where's Makari? And then, so this triggers Elsa, this triggers Elsa, these three go center along with the Mysterio, and then I can move this on the last turn and play Sasquatch, Mockingbird, Kitty Pryde. I don't want to play Mr. Fantastic out because I want these three to guaranteed move here. Strange Academy always moves them in the order they were played. Sandman. You better get ready for your 10-minute break if I get Sandman, gamer. I won't even feel bad about that. Don't you put that mojo in my house. So here's the thing. Wait, what? Since when does Strange Academy not move them in the order they were played? Am I crazy, or has that always moved them in the order they were played previously? Am I just completely misremembering? I was 100% confident it was play order. Oh, the shield doesn't count as a played card. Yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, so Invisible Woman pops off. This already blew something up. This is going to trigger twice. So they're going to gain 4, 5, 6 over here up to 30. So I'm gaining 2. Let's finish counting this like they didn't leave. So they're going to 30 from Invisible Woman, assuming they play 1 card. I would gain 2 passively from Xandar, and I would gain 2 passively from Elsa Bloodstone, which means I'm at 13. So I need to add 18 points here to be winning this location. So I would have needed to go Sasquatch and Mockingbird here, and then I would have only had Kitty for over here. I think I end up staying because we're at 14 in the middle, but it's kind of close if they don't leave. But we definitely were winning the right. They hit my surged Kitty on the 1 in 8. What a just absolutely miserable RNG fiesta. Oh my goodness, take your fucking cube. Escaped. Zemo always takes the lowest cost card. Yes, and my lowest cost card was 1 in 8 to be on top of my deck. For people that missed my cackle there, after my opponent hit the 1 in 8 on taking my Surge card, my Pedro was 1 in 5 to select the Acid Arrow, and then 1 in 2 to give it extra power. And it did both of those things. Life sucks and then you die. Think I want a second Surge. Hopefully Martin will give us some cubes. If they're a Destroy bot, that's not a given. But yeah, Martin's probably a good clanker. I don't think they're gonna take my cubes away. Against a human being, I'd be terrified. What lovely AI behavior. Played the Professor X right into the Enchantress path. Mount for blood, Martin. And you ain't got any. Stupid bot. Elsa Bloodstone is everything good and pure about Marvel Snapchat. She encourages you to actually play cards. Just so we're clear. Elsa Bloodstone is one of the purest Marvel Snap cards ever to be made. Two cubes away, chat. Oh, I didn't have alliance missions that whole time. I like how there's 800 dots for everything in this application, but there aren't any reminders to actually get alliance missions when you're missing them. Like, of all the things I would like a notification for, they don't give us a notification for the one thing I actually want. Bennett! Oh, baby Bennett. My boy, my main man, Bennett. Bennett heard we were 2 cubes away, gamers. He's like, I got you, fam. Bennett about to 1 cube retreat the shit out of us. All right, Benny boy, don't you dare. Don't you freaking leave, Bennett. Submit your turn. Submit. Submit. All right.
What a game!
Bennett's about to killmonger my ass. Ah, should have had faith and played my basic arrow up. Wow, look at this cheater carnage.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Bennett is such freaking scum. Ah, if I'd have played the basic arrow out, it would have been perfect. I think this is still the play. My heart missed a beat when the Shang-Chi flipped up, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, I fucking lost, didn't I? Sure did. Sure did. No, wait, I won the center? Oh, Bennett. Bennett kept me guessing shit. All the way to the end, old Betty boy. Now I can post a video saying Frankie Ray got me to infinite? No clickbait. Frankie Ray carries me to infinite. No clickbait, no kappa. We're such a skilled gamer. Broken marble snap. Doing it again. Broken new card. Carrying me to infinite. Cable means I'm about to be dismantled piece by piece. Like 99% sure she's Galactus, but I'm not clicking again to find out. The rest of my hand just does nothing. My Elsa Bloodstone has no text.
Escaped.
Alright, it drug us to infinite. Let's see if we can actually do something with the new card still, because we really haven't drawn it very much, which is unfortunate. Have an end roll. I'm going to run to the rest. We're going to play some more of this when we return. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. If you're watching on the YouTube side, consider tapping the like button. I don't get beat up for free. Pay me with the button. Username here from our opponent, Octor Doctorpus. I love playing Frankie on curve, but I also just kind of don't have anything else to do here. I'm optimally supposed to leave here, I think, but I also just kind of want to play a game, so I'm going to do that. My favorite part of Grand Arena is just getting to play the game without worrying about snapping. Yeah, I really like Grand Arena. I actually think the way Sanctum Showdown leverages snapping is just better. Is just better than the way snapping is in regular Snap. Like, I like that there's a wager component to it, but it's not a... It's tied to the game outcome as opposed to the ladder outcome. I think I prefer the mechanic of the snapping being tied to the game outcome as opposed to the strict ladder outcome. They've played 2 card center. I'd be totally fine with a ladder being Sanctum Showdown, so even if I lose, I still make progress. Yeah, unironically, I think that's one of the smartest things Shadowverse did with their ladder design, is the fact that the ladder only goes up in Shadowverse, and then the thing that allows you to see if you're doing well or not is your separate group, is really smart. Like, I think Shadowverse legitimately has the best designed ladder system in any of these games. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, unironically, feels like the biggest monkey paw wish I've ever made. It's like someone said, all right, Jeff, you're gonna get every feature and design choice you've ever wanted in a digital card game, but also the balance is gonna be some of the worst you've ever experienced. It's like, would you take one if you had to take the other? And the answer is obviously no. Hopefully they get their stuff together and do a balanced pass, or their next set is better, but their current metagame is really awful. Org, thank you for the 32 months. Can you dub down the current Shadowverse metagame for those that haven't played? It's literally just like a couple of super erroneous design mistakes in tandem with a game that doesn't do balance passes. I've talked a lot about how I think Marvel Snap is one of the best balanced games I've ever played, and it's in no small part one of the best balanced games because they do regular balance passes. Those two things are super related to each other. Regular updates are so important for live service games to keep it fresh. A couple of weeks into a Magic Standard or Pocket format and feel stale. Yeah, I think the only reason Pocket's remotely serviceable is because they do new cards every 4 weeks like clockwork. There are so many people that like to complain that like Pocket releases cards too fast, but like genuinely, it's the only reason the game is remotely fine. It's important that they release cards quickly. What's gonna happen here next turn? So I'll play 2 cards. I'll have 2 created cards. I guess I just do this actually, yeah. Dream Dimension's real bad for us. I think we're probably dead here. I don't think I can reasonably expect this to win anything. There's a world where, and maybe if they limp, we'll do this. There's a world where we do this. They just like don't play for the center because Frankie and Pim are here, and then 19 wins the right. Surgeon Kitty has more power than Mockingbird, so that's actually true. But I think I want to play for 19 on the right, and Surgeon Kitty are not more there. Optimally, I think we're supposed to retreat here, but I think there's a chance they throw the center because we can't win the left, and we're posed to have a lot of points in the center, and then we win the right with 19. Have you added Frankie to Dirty 30 yet? I mean, I put a deck together that's the Dirty 30 deck with Frankie, but she's literally just a 2/6 in that deck. So, like, she's probably fine. She's probably an upgrade to Nebula, but she's super forgettable, not a card you should spend resources on to play that deck, and that deck's probably still not good even with her. It's just, like, not a... I feel like if she's a card you want to play, you want her to be a 2/8 to 2/10 with some consistency. Otherwise, it's just not really worthwhile. I'm also not sure she's better than Nebula once Killmonger's are less common. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to be in a metagame where Killmonger's less common again, so I don't think that's a relevant thought. Ooh. Piece of candy. I hate everything. I'm gonna say this, and I know it's a strong statement, but I wholeheartedly stand by it. Buffing Mobius was one of the singular worst and most baffling balance decisions the Marvel Snap team has ever done. And I don't understand how in one breath you can understand and acknowledge that Red Guardian needs a nerf and then buff fucking Morbius to a 3/4. Like, I don't understand how the same people make those two decisions. This Enchantress doesn't even matter. Pretty sure this is the better line. The Enchantress is not... Oh, I guess the Enchantress unlocks this being 0, right? I don't know. I'm still losing the left, and then how am I winning the others? I guess I have 12 power Hulkling. I guess I play Kitty, this. Maybe that's fine. Maybe. I'm still cooked on the left. They only have one Invisible Woman, right? So we're probably fine. Or do they have Warhead? Yeah, they could. Let's lead on this. And they have to put something left. Because we are tied 16-16 there at least. Oh, I lost because I flipped the Mysterios back around. I should have put this here. I had it right the first time. Well, Mockingbird's gonna be cheap. Your mutes get reset with every patch. That's because the mute saving at all is a bug, not a feature. Anytime the fact that your mutes get held over game to game has come up to second dinner devs that I've seen, they've been surprised that that was the case. Alright, this is the game Frankie does something, yeah? I believe. And the next turn we get to go Galactic Kitty, and then we have Sasquatch plus something else in the last turn. I'm gonna be honest, at this point I'm kinda convinced Hulkling only exists for making cards that generate 6 energy cards worse. Feels like that's his primary purpose in life. What do I do? You make Valentino worse. Oh no. Oh no! In New York, you can take coin flips. Fuck all the variants from New York. Do 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 do. Is Nova any good? I think 210 is a really good stat line. I think Nova is almost assuredly a really good Marvel Snap card that I'm not sure has any decks that are playable because of the state of the rest of Marvel Snap. I think if you're a more casual Marvel Snap player who doesn't queue into people playing competitive decks very frequently, it's probably a very sweet card. We're going to 25 here. I can add 17, also up to 25. Five, 12. Yeah, it's only 17.
Victory.
You can Magneto, middle, and win with Victory. Now the Magneto comes back to my hand. And let me win Mojo World, but... I took a 2-year break from Clash Royale, and I'm coming back, and they have 28 days worth of returning player rewards. Yeah, but, like, what is, like, the monetary value of those rewards? The number of days doesn't matter. And, like, Clash Royale is, like, one of, if not the most pay-to-win digital card game that exists, right? Am I misremembering? Or, like, in Clash, you can literally spend money to make numbers on your cards bigger, yeah? So I feel like anything Clash does isn't super one-to-one for Snap. Like, don't get me wrong, Snap needs significantly better returning player rewards, but
I found a rock.
I don't think you could draw one-to-one comparisons there meaningfully. If I do this, then we jam Frankie over here next turn. Oh, they're playing arrow shit. It's like, what is going on?
Opponent snapped.
I don't care about my snap points. Let's just play games. That should be like a hobgoblin or something in the center. Cool.
Escape.
Hobgoblin at home, something like that. The old 40 card Marvel snap deck have the perfects, you know. No big deal. Average airship experience. That deck top 8 in the Golden Gauntlet, by the way. For everybody wondering. One bad hit, 2 good hits, 1 okay hit. I'd rather not Sasquatch, though. Surge is fine.
Oh, snap.
Marvel retreat, Marvel retreat. Do 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 do.
Victory.
So I asked for you to do more Once Upon a Galaxy lobbies later today. Tomorrow I think we're gonna end on Once Upon a Galaxy. Usually we only do each game for one segment each day. I don't bounce back and forth. It's bad for viewer count. Take my plans, play Snap for another hour or two, and then close out on probably a DC Dark Legion draft again this evening. I'm gonna have a successful level 7 meta-human run. It kills me. BJ Fahey, thank you for the 27 months. It's a long time. Welcome back. I'm gonna go for the extra NRG here, I think. And go rock into Frankie and then Squanch over there to get up to 18 on turn 4. What are we gonna do with that extra energy? I don't know. Hopefully draw not rocks, but figure it out. Even remembered to play my rock around Teenage Warhead. We're so good at this. What does the new card do? It doubles its power the first time you play a 6-drop after her. More specifically, it only doubles once.
Opponent snapped.
Shang my Chi gamer. I think I play the stereo in case we top deck the Mockingbird. So it's basically a 2/6. At face value, it's a 2/6, but if you could, like, give it plus space power, it could be like a 2/8 or a 2/10. It's like if you Galacta it or Elsa Bloodstone it. So, not exciting as a 2/6, but a 2/10 is pretty solidly above rate.
Power must be controlled.
Escaped.
It took a little while to happen, but Fenris Wolf has definitely finally become the card that I was worried it was going to be when it first released. And it turns out just Shang-Chi wasn't enough of an enabler, but with the critical mass of things like Gladiator and other things like that in tandem with it, it's definitely not a great time. I mean this in the most positive way I possibly can. But if you don't enjoy the experience of playing against tech cards, you should genuinely stop playing Marvel Snap. Second Dinner's design team considers them a core part of their game balance, and you are a fool if you expect it to meaningfully change. It's never changing. Ever. In a million years. Just gotta roll with the punches and laugh instead of cry, or go do something else. It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the reality.
Opponent snapped.
It's not good no matter how I slice it. They're supposed to leave again, right? Oh, are they playing freaking... They're gonna cannonball me. Christ almighty. Yeah. Oh, I got Cosmoed off of my basic arrow. I would have won this game if I won the cannonball 50-50. I would have won this game with the cannonball 50-50. If the cannonball would have killed Elsa Bloodstone instead of Frankie Ray, I would have been -2 on the right, and I would have been +5 in the center for a total of +3. Cool. This, unfortunately, just feels like another deck where I titled it Fair Frankie, kind of expecting what we were going to have going in to happen, and she's really sweet when she's 10 points of power, but, like, what's the best way to describe this design? Have you ever looked at your scaling payoff and been like, dying to Shang-Chi and Shadow King's not enough? No. What if my stat stick also died to Red Guardian? That's Frankie Ray. I mean, we got to infinite with it, thanks to our beep boop overlords beeping, and booping and bopping and whopping. So that had that going for us, but I don't think I guess it's another deck where I don't think I'd recommend it based on power level and how it lines up and everything. I think in a different world, Frankie Ray sounds very sweet. However, this deck, in addition to dying to the cards that Shang-Chi and Shadow King you, also has a bad time against Morbius, so it's probably a really bad combination of cards to play overall. Haven't had